I am back and with some more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We're on episode 50 of the Let's Play, which just shows how much there is to this game when getting halfway through the game. So this might be a 100-part series by the time we finish, but I'm down for that. Like, I've really enjoyed this series. But just to update last episode, which I pretty much just did now. I've proposed like an idea to allow Assassin's Creed to have a little bit of a break, not too much of a break, but to allow like a Halo to keep pushing forward and getting as many of that done as possible. So what I've gonna do, I'll put it, because in the comments section on YouTube on my channel and on Twitch there's a schedule thing. I'll update it when I can, but what I'm thinking is per week rotation I'll alternate between 1 week, so I'll do this episode today, but say from tomorrow, from tomorrow I think. And for the next 4 days, it'll be just Halo. And then we'll come... Then in the rotation after that, it'll be Assassin's Creed. It'll be either Halo... It might switch round to Assassin's Creed Halo. Assassin's Creed Halo. Which at the minute is Halo, Assassin's Creed, Halo, Assassin's Creed. So I know it's really annoying for me to touch through all this, but... I'm just thinking I'm alternating per rotation or weeks on Twitch of from now on, just for a little while. It'll come back to this rotation full time at some point, but I'm thinking from tomorrow, from next week's rotation tomorrow, it'll be 4 days of Halo, and then we'll be back to Assassin's Creed Halo, Assassin's Creed Halo. It'll show up on YouTube, but I'm thinking just it'll allow a bit more room for Halo to come up, and it'll allow for Assassin's Creed to have a little bit of a break, because we've been doing this somewhat non-stop for the past however long when we started this up. It's not going anywhere, like it's still pretty much the same. But I'm just thinking for the next few weeks, just so that Infinite won't sneak up on us too soon. It seems that Infinite will come out about November, so we've got a few months until Infinite comes out. So it isn't like the game, like I don't want to end up it being Christmas, like December, and we're still going through all the Halo games. I don't think it'll be the case, because we went through Halo Reach quite quickly, and on Twitch we'll get through it quick, no matter what. It's just on YouTube there's a bit of a delay. But yeah, it'll be hard for people watching to keep track, but once it's in motion, you'll understand what I mean. I'll try and word it in the comments on YouTube. There's like a comment section of, like, there's already a schedule thing I put up. I'm going to update that to what I'm thinking. And on Twitch. Now, it'd be handy if I had the community. There's like a community tab that you get after so many subscribers. I'm not begging for subscribers because it's like a ridiculous milestone you need to get it. But if I had that, it'd be probably a bit handier to let everyone know what's coming out tomorrow. Like the video, I'd probably update you all every day on what's coming up on the channel. But yeah, but my plan for today is, because it's episode 50, it'd be nice to do as much of this Olympic stuff as we can, so it'd be somewhat of a nice episode before a break to finish off with. That's my thoughts on it, because I think we've done mostly all of this location. I don't see any question marks. There's this one, but that's on this island, yeah. So that's technically not part of what we want to do, but yeah, it'll be a nice episode because it's a lot of question marks. Wow, a lot of quests to do. There's at least 5 here, so if we can get most of them done, it'd be nice. Like, I'll try and make this episode a bit longer, so it is a good chunk of Assassin's Creed, maybe an hour and a half to a 2-hour episode. That shows how much of a life I've got this evening. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit all confusing. I'll just upload what I want when I do, but I just thought it'd be good to allow for more Halo to come up on the channel, while allowing Assassin's Creed to still be around, but not every other day, because Assassin's Creed can be a bit much. It being every other day, because it is like 2 hours long, so I don't, like, it is a lot per episode, so, and it is just me playing the game, so it isn't like, it's not like a Halo episode or a Grounded or a State of Decay where I can control somewhat what happens. Like, I can control more when we're doing the question mark hunting, but when we're doing the quests, that's when this game can get ridiculously long. But it's partly what I like, because it is somewhat, I've said it recently, is that it's like a podcasty sort of series I've got going with Assassin's Creed Odyssey as the goal of the story, you know. Whereas in between, I can talk about whatever's going on, like whatever's going on with the channel and with the game at the same time. Whereas when we do it in State of Decay and Grounded, I can do it, but in them sort of games, I'm somewhat focused on the task or what's happening in that episode. But yeah, I'll probably remind at the end of the episode, but I think we need to play some Assassin's Creed, because I went on for it way too long last episode, so apologies for that, but it's just an idea come up recently, so I need to somewhat get it out of my system. But yeah, that's the idea anyway. By the time this is out on YouTube, you'll probably notice it'll come in fruition over the next few days, and yeah, just let me know once it starts happening. Let me know if you want more it to stay the same, or is it a good idea for this to be in the rotation like it is, or what? Or do you think it's going to ruin the momentum of Halo for it being too much Halo, you know? It'll be worth for a few weeks just to try out, I think. But yeah, we'll get into it. Sorry.
Ah, you are a welcome sight. Your beauty brings light into the darkness of what has become my life.
It's good to see you too, Phidias.
Now, this is important. No one saw you come here, did they?
No? Why?
You're sure you weren't followed? Good, good. They're out there, though. Watching. Waiting.
Who's after you?
The cult of Cosmos. Remember Athens? They never stopped hunting me, Kassandra.
Why would they be after you now?
They want me dead. Moving me here has only bought a little more time. I need your help.
What makes you think you're in trouble now?
The other day, I received a skitali and a note.
Someone left you a piece of wood and a letter. I can see why you're frightened.
Oh, it's so much more than that.
What's so special about a stick?
It's not just any stick. The skitali is used by the Spartans to send coded messages.
Okay, so let's talk about your stick.
Skitali!
All right, skitali.
I need to get the code. Then I'll show you how it works.
What did the message say?
Look to your art. The King of Gods has a message to impart.
Fantastic. That's not a message. It's barely passable as a riddle.
It's obvious. The king of gods.
Zeus?
Yes. And what am I?
There's so many answers to that, but... I suppose you're a sculptor.
Exactly.
So, where do I need to go?
The Temple of Zeus, of course. It's here in Olympia. The clue for the Scitali should be around the statue.
Okay.
Okay. If it'll put your mind at rest, I'll help.
Thank you. Now hurry and look to the statue of Zeus in his temple to find the message. Once I have the clue, I can decipher it with the Scitali.
Don't worry. I'll be back as soon as I can. This must be what Phidias was looking for.
Is that it? It's crazy how
Phidias is
it,
paranoid. But maybe it's not all in his mind.
it's funny because it's funny how sometimes Icaros is like so precise on where things are, but then sometimes he's so awkward. It's kind of ridiculous where you can spot stuff anyway, but makes things simpler, which I do like. Because with a game like this large, you don't want things to be so drawn out. Like, if this had the same sort of mechanics as, say, Red Dead Redemption, where that game is very slow, I think this game would be a big problem. Whereas, because of how fast-paced this is, like where you're running around all the time, and you're not really stopping for no reason. Like, you're always up to something. What on earth? Fucking hell, Kassandra, to do what you... So much for saying this game's fucking quick. For a fucking job, what you doing?
I should get back to Phidias so
Jesus.
he can decipher the message.
That was too much of a job right there. God damn it. Well, I like how simple this game is sometimes. Like, I think it'd be too... Like, if I Red Dead Redemption 2, because of how slow it is, the map feels... When there's not much fast travel in that game, and how slow it is. I do like the traveling in that game, but depends on what you're doing. Like, during the story is... The game benefits the way it does in Red Dead Redemption 2, whereas this, it's because of how fast paced it is, it's not like, and you know that there's not too much random events or anything, so you're not going to get too bogged down if you did fast travel. But the way I play, I like the traversing in this game. I like the going from point A to point B, having a set goal, and
So,
yeah, I
what
like
was the
it.
message? Did it give you the information you were looking for?
In a manner of speaking, the message you gave me, I wrapped it around the rod.
You wrapped it around your rod.
Yes, the Scitali. It's ingenious. The right message for the right rod. Wrap the cloth around it, and the letters should align, giving you the message.
Yes, very interesting. But what did it say?
It's directions.
Well, don't keep me waiting. What did it say?
It's a list of statues, and there's something else, but it's not complete.
Do you think the complete message will be revealed once all the statues have been visited?
I would assume so.
Are you
Someone's
serious?
gone to a lot of trouble to ensure this remains a secret.
Maybe it will reveal the identity of the ones who want to dispose of me. Will you help?
Tell me what I need to do.
There are 3 locations listed. Each region has a statue of some renown placed there.
So it's safe to say that at each of these statues there'll be a clue.
Yes, it'll be quite a journey. The statues are scattered all over. There's one near Kythera, another at Thassos, and also Samos.
What statue should I be looking for in Kythera?
Oh, what an island. The birthplace of the goddess of love. How I wish I could go with you.
It is a fitting place then to look for Aphrodite.
Exactly. The island lies at the southeastern tip of the Peloponnese. You will find what we seek at Aphrodite's feet.
What's in Thassos?
Ah, a controversial statue indeed. It can only be the one of Theagenes from this northern isle.
Theagenes?
The Olympic hero. It's even rumored that Heracles himself was his father. He was exquisitely immortalized by the sculptor Glaukis of Aegina.
Isn't this the same sort of quest that the blind guy gave us? Where we've got to go to certain
What
landmarks.
statue should I seek in Samos?
Well, it's not exactly Samos or Lesbos, but a small island nestled between. In the bosom of the ocean, one might say.
Stick to the statue. What is it?
Why, Poseidon, of course. It is as if you are watching the god himself holding back the waves.
Oh yeah, that's a good location. I like that.
I should be on my way. This will take some time.
Of course. But I am excited
Oh,
to
we
see
won't be
where
doing that
this will
today.
lead.
As am I.
Unless there's one like right
Stay
here, but
safe,
I
it
don't
is.
think.
You too. And return to me as soon as you have all the clues.
Don't worry, I will. This won't be an easy task. Whatever the messages reveal, must be important.
No, that's the same sort of quest line that the blind that blind guy gave us, something similar. Yeah, it's something to do later down the line, I think. Just typical, innit? Typical Assassin's Creed. I don't mind quests like this, to be honest, but it's just... It's weird how... First of all, they were like, can you go here and... Go here to this statue. Well yeah, kind of just... started off, but... It would have been better if he figured out that beforehand. Instead of me having to go to that first statue. It would have been nice if we could get like one of them done out of the way. Instead of going backwards and forwards to that guy. Let's have a look. So, Kythera. Yeah, these are miles away, I think. The Kythera. That's Kythera then. Oh, there. So yeah, something like that is something that we could do. Because I think after this Olympic stuff, the other main storyline is like up here. So maybe when we do come back to Assassin's Creed after this episode, and I remember, we could go to like these sort of islands like on the way. 'Cause I think the Poseidon is like here, isn't it? Is it like there or something? Or up here maybe? But yeah, for now, like, it's silly to push these when they're not needed. But we've got a lot more to do here anyway, so it's kind of nice that one of them is like, yeah, you don't need to worry about this. Don't need to worry too much here. Yeah, that's something that we could do along the way to the next major story. Which is after all this stuff, really.
Place your bets. Come on, place your bets. Place your bets now. Aletis has plenty of drachmi for you to win.
Your pitch could use some work. You'd attract more customers if you sounded more enthusiastic.
Everyone's betting against Pitekos. Rumor is he's off his game. If it's true, I'm going to be ruined.
What if I recited a poem? One of Pindaros's, you know, to inspire him to greatness.
Look, Pitekos is good, but he's not really that kind of athlete.
All right. Let's hear your plan, then.
Just go see what's wrong. See if there's a way to help him win. For Athens. For drachmi.
I'll see what's wrong with Pithekos.
Thank you. I'll split the winnings with you if you can sort things out.
Pithekos, Aleti sent me to help you.
Really? Can you perform wonders?
On occasion.
My lucky javelin. It broke. Can you fix it?
Aren't you meant to use the official javelins?
Yes, but it was my lucky one. I can't win without it.
When you say lucky, you mean special. As in, made to give you an advantage.
Look, my javelin was hollow as a reed and nearly as light. But it looked just like an Olympic one. If you really want to help, bring me another like it. And I'll win the games for Athens. And Aletis.
Where would I find such a javelin?
Well, you could buy one, I suppose.
Do any of your fellow Olympians have special javelins?
Perhaps.
Don't worry, I'll get you a javelin.
Thanks. Maybe I've still got a chance to win.
Fucking messed up, innit?
This looks like it'll work.
If I'm gonna start stealing, I might as well. You know about? Is that it? Is that it? I'm gonna buy a javelin as well.
I got you a javelin.
Good. Let's take a look. This is terrible. So heavy. Zeus himself couldn't throw it.
The javelin is just a tool. You're the real winner. You didn't get all the way to the Olympic Games just to lose.
You think so?
I know so. Throw this javelin and prove your point.
I'll do it. Thanks, Misthios.
I should find Aletis.
Good, you're back. Get it done?
Of course.
Excellent. How about a little bet on our boy, then?
You can never have
Fuck
enough
it.
drachmi. This will be an easy bounty.
Oh, that's a lot of drachmi.
I might have
Events
lost
tomorrow.
that.
Make sure you're on time.
I probably lost all that, I know. Because he ain't got the... I didn't want him to cheat. I got the money. I got the money.
It's no use.
I don't...
Pitheco's lost. His javelin barely cleared his hand. I'm ruined.
We all lost.
You were meant to help.
I don't know why I bother.
Oh, they gave me my money back. What the hell? I got paid 30,000. Okay, that makes sense. I'd have been I wouldn't have minded having a bit of a loss there, but okay. It would have been nice to be able to have seen that. That might have been funny. The fact that he was like, yeah, he lost. I even said come back tomorrow and see him play, didn't he? So it's kind of a shame that they didn't do anything to show off that. It just shows how some of these quests are really just there. Not really too much work put in besides the voice acting. Which is kind of sad, really, but I know it's a lot of game, I suppose, but still doesn't make it any less disappointing.
Would you like to learn about your future?
The Oracle at Delphi ruined my life. You think I want to hear your lies too?
No worries. How about I clean your sandals?
My sandals are fine.
Then what about your...
I don't need anything. Go.
Well, no accounting for taste, but... Shoot yourself.
Pickpocket.
What is it with the Olympics? Everyone's out to make drachmi. Malaka, my drachmi! Hey, stop! Thief! Hey, thief! Looks like Phoebe.
Kassandra,
What
what are
does
you
symbol of
joking
thief?
like that for?
I have to find her.
The way Kassandra just jogged them. If she wanted to, she could leap into the air and grab her. She could fly over there if she wanted to.
This must be Mea's necklace. Malaka kept it on him. A street thief. Just like Phoebe. I should return to Mea.
What on earth? I don't know what happened there. At least in the older Assassin's Creed, when someone pickpocketed you,
You led
you'd
me
have to
on a good
tackle them
chase,
and grab them.
But I got you. Hand it over.
Hand what over?
My drachmi. Give it back.
Here, please, don't hurt me. They made me do it. I didn't want to. Honest.
Hush. I'm not going to hurt you. I promise.
But the captain will.
Captain?
Yeah, it's him that makes us do this.
Us?
The other street kids.
Why is he making you steal?
For the drachmi, stupid.
You should be more polite to adults.
Why? What have adults done for me?
Fair enough. Sounds like the captain needs a good talking to.
Don't talk, just hit. He even stole my mother's necklace from me. Says I'll get it back if I steal from him. It's all that I had left of her.
Okay.
I'll help you get your necklace.
Why would you care?
You remind me of someone. Someone very special.
Have I done it? Oh, I've already done it. Okay. That's funny.
I got something for you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! What happened to Alopex? You know, the guy who distracted you while I nabbed your purse?
I spared him. He's promised to help you and the others.
Good, I always liked him. He used to share his food with us and stand up for us when the Athenian got mad.
You'll do fine. Take care.
Thanks for saving us from the Athenian. Now we get to keep everything we steal.
It's kind of weird. Like we're pushing through these. Like I thought these would take forever to do. So maybe we will be making our way around at this rate to that other area.
Step aside. Same! Same!
You have dishonored yourself and the games.
Please, let me explain.
No excuses. You know the price for your transgression.
What crime has this woman committed?
Exactly that. Her crime is that she is a woman.
It's news to me that's now a crime. Shouldn't you lock yourself up first, then?
I am the priestess of Dimitra. I preside over the games. She's a married woman who tried to watch them, disguised as a man, no less.
And why is any of this a crime?
For a married woman, there's too much temptation.
It's funny how stupid people
Who
are.
are you?
Kalipatira, I just wanted to see my son compete. My family has a proud lineage at the Olympic Games. My father, brothers, nephew, and son have all won wreaths. Do I not have the right to see them?
Enough of your lies.
She doesn't deserve to be punished like this.
This is nothing. Death is the punishment. She shall be thrown from the mountain.
Help me! Prove I have a right to see my son compete!
You have no right. You broke a sacred tradition, and for that, you will be punished.
Step aside.
Your laws are wrong, and I'll prove it.
As you're so outspoken in her defense, I will give you a chance. Present me evidence of Kalipatira's noble heritage, or she will die as she ruled, to appease the gods.
I should find Kalipatira's son. He should be able to help prove his mother's innocence.
This woman has disrespect.
People can be so stupid when it comes to gender. Like it's like with the Marvel stuff right now. And a lot of stuff. It's like they're trying to make it really empowering women. But I don't know whether it's women, but the way they do it is instead of celebrating femininity, like being a strong female, it has to be celebrating a woman becoming a man. That's what it is in most situations. Like I watched What If, the first episode of the What If series for the Marvel animated thing, and all I could see is they took Agent Carter's head, Captain Carter's head, and put it on Captain America's body. And yeah, that sort of stuff, it's like, for me it feels like I'm not a woman, so, but if you're a woman, do you like that stuff? Do you like like the media and everything saying it's better to, if you want to become a strong woman, you've got to be a man? That's what I get from a lot of the stuff that's coming out recently. You've either got to look like a man or fucking degrade men. That's what they're pushing so much recently. And I don't know, it's just, I feel like they made female characters a lot stronger a lot longer ago. Like Kassandra here, like I feel like she's a good strong female character. But then it isn't like she's lost the it isn't like she's lost her femininity in a way. Like she's jacked up, but she's still feminine, you know. I don't know. I'm talking bollocks. Sorry.
I don't know her well, but she dotes on her son, and she's always making offerings.
Offerings?
For her husband. She's a pious woman. He's long since crossed the Styx, and she misses him terribly. But we all have our time.
Thank you. You've been a great help.
Funny how we're getting all this information. And we're not like making it as evident. Like, she's not recording this or anything, so how this is proof.
I seen that one, all right. Always hanging around the athletes' tents. Disgraceful, if you know what I mean.
I'm not sure I do.
All those young, oiled, rippling bodies gives you shivers. Muscles everywhere.
Yeah.
Disgusting it is. And her a married woman and all.
There's no harm in looking at an attractive man, is there?
Yes, yes there is. You young ones always thinking with what's between your legs. And she definitely was. Saw her meet a man regularly on that bench over there.
You saw her meet a man. Thank you.
Just curious, like, I wonder what this sort of conversation would be like with Alexios. I would like to play this as Alexios, but I just don't see Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like the main character being Alexios. Like, I don't like the voice actor or the motion capture for him. I think Kassandra is so much better. And I think it fits a bit better. I know it's somewhat hypocritical that I'm saying that when I haven't even played. I played it as him a little bit, but I don't think I could play as the whole. It'd be somewhat better if, I think in Valhalla you can switch genders whenever you want. It'd be kind of nice to be able to do that here. But yeah.
I'm looking for Kalipatira's son. Do you know him?
I should hope so. It's me.
Your mother has been accused of impiety.
What? What's going on? What happened?
Please, calm down.
Calm down! Do you know what they'll do to her?
She's fine for now. She snuck into the stadium to watch you, and I need to prove that she had a right to do it.
If anyone did, it was Matter. Her brothers were champions, as I am now. No one honors the Olympics like her.
Thank you. Sit tight, and I'll prove your mother was in her right to attend the games.
How is she able to prove it when... Oh, it's on paper. Anonymous... Okay. Was there more? Oh, there's more.
The poem The Agoras of Rhodes. Dedicated by Pindarus himself. To Kay. Always be proud, little one. Your father is the greatest of Pancratian champions. That priestess was in a hurry to carry out her sentence on Kalipatira. I should find them quickly.
This might go bad. I'm terrible with this sort of stuff with the dialogue. Like, a few episodes ago where, I don't know, it might have been quite a while ago now. But where I had to just teach them kids the story of, I don't know what the story was now, but I had to tell the kids the story and I just fucking made it up along the way. Like, the game doesn't punish you if you go the wrong way, but it is like, you do either get someone killed or you do make people just say you're an idiot. There isn't like a... There isn't like a... It doesn't ruin like the end of the game or anything. It doesn't feel like that anyway. I don't think there's that... I don't think there's any end... Like, I think there's only one ending. Isn't there? No, the only changes there are, I think you can get like Desmos killed and you, like, say if you killed, what's his name? Your father, what's his name? The White Wolf, is it? What's his name? Oh. How have I forgot his name? I blanked his name. But like Kassandra's father, like like the father that was there, the Spartan. Oh, what's his name? Oh, it's on the tip of the tongue. That's a bit. Like them, like there's them sort of deaths. But if you use common sense, I think you can get it right. If you're not like aggressive, like you can get away with it. I don't know. I've saved it just in case I don't get away with it.
To carry out justice.
Please, you must believe me!
Wait! You found the evidence you were looking for?
Yes. Kalipatira is the daughter of the Agoras. I found the poem of the Agoras of Rhodes dedicated to the family by Pindaros.
And this proves her story?
I talked to her son and people who know her. She is a good woman who loves the games and respects the gods. Her family has turned out champions for 3 generations.
Perhaps we have judged her too harshly. Her family has been a credit to the Olympic legacy.
As you say, it would be a shame to tarnish such a proud family name. The gods forgive you. Go.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.
Nobody deserves such a fate.
Well, ain't that nice?
Whoa!
She survived. What the fuck? Come on, just go there. Ah! How do you like it? No. Kassandra. No. What the fuck? That was I wanted it to go flying. How about you, mate? Do you want to go? It's so awkward messing around with people. Ah, fuck you. Come on. No, go back. No, Cassandra. Fuck. Ah. I don't think it's going to work for that guy. He's too important. Yeah, I don't know whether we'll be making this episode so long. I thought these missions would go a lot longer. Let's see, what's the next one? Is that it? Is there only one more quest here? Really? Wow. Wow. Okay, I don't know, guys. I was expecting a lot more from these quests. Thought they'd be like an hour each, you know? That's probably me expected too much from this game, but when it's set in Olympia, you think they'd be quite long. Even if they're just fillers, you know, but the quests I did last episode were longer. And that was, well, they weren't that long because I was yappering about my idea for the scheduling for this on my channel. I suppose at least it isn't dragging, you know. We'll do a little bit more. I suppose if we can make this a nice hour-long episode, it'd be better, maybe. So I'll probably premiere this episode when it's on YouTube, just because it's episode 50 and it's a bit of a milestone for the Let's Play. And it's somewhat, if it's a bit more highlighted on the channel, people know that there'll be a bit more Assassin's Creed, bit more Halo going up in the rotations, and yeah. What the fuck's... Is no one gonna help? What the fuck's going on? Okay, that's normal. Okay, she's got like 3rd-degree burns. Guys. What the fuck? Okay. Is she gonna do it again? Is she gonna do it again? Is she gonna do it again? Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, she's dead. She's dead. Where she belongs, I suppose. What the fuck? That must happen all the time then. This is fucked up, isn't it?
No! Out! Out!
No, I'm on fire now. There we go. That'll do. Oh, she loved the fire, so she might as well. That's probably where she ends up. That's so fucking random. That must happen every time at night then. There must be people standing there all the time. That's like a set point where the people spawn in, so... That's so Assassin's Creed right there. I've never seen anything like that before.
Kassandra, please. If these fools break the truce...
Thief! You're on to talk, you double-dealing dog!
Nobody wants trouble here. You know what will happen to you both if you break the truce. Now, if someone can tell me what's going on...
This dishonorable cur stole from me!
Huh. You call me a thief? You're the thief!
Enough! I'll ask the questions. Herodotus, what's all this about?
This scum robbed me!
Scum! I am from an honorable family. Only a lowly Ionian would steal.
I said Herodotus.
Yes. It seems both their treasuries
Kassandra.
were breached and their valuables stolen.
If there's been a theft, why do you suspect each other?
Because it's a matter of blood. Makar is from an eminent Vorian line. Mighty warriors, but rather austere. While Lelech is from Ionian stock. A grand tradition of artists and philosophers.
You mean philanderers?
Both sides are important.
Spoken like a true Ionian.
It seems unlikely they would rob each other at the same time.
You have to find out who stole their drachmi. I can't believe they would do this to each other. Whatever their issues, they've always respected the Olympic truce.
I'll find out what happened and protect the truce.
It's not my problem, really.
I will reward you well.
As will I, if you bring me evidence of Lelech's double-dealing.
And what if it's neither of you?
Then they will both reward you. Very well.
Agreed.
But really, Herodotus, he should be more equipped to do this sort of stuff than me, really. I know that we've done a lot of stuff, but You'd think Herodotus could handle this sort of investigation on his own. Because he's a smart guy. Right. Kassandra's not exactly a detective. Well, she's a bit of a detective, I suppose, but it's kind of funny, really.
Did you see anything?
No, nope. Not nothing. Far less than anything.
So you saw something?
Well, only if you count torches. But they crept up on me, they did. Must have been at least 30 of them.
Torches crept up on you? If there were 30 of them, why isn't the ground stomped flat?
Doeskin sandals, very soft. Don't leave a trace. Anyway, hard to tell how many as I was unconscious.
It's all right if you ran. Fear can change a man.
I wasn't afraid. I was asleep. Oh, I mean...
I won't tell. But did you see anything?
No. Except...
Yes?
some torches. Heading east.
And you didn't investigate?
I didn't want to leave my post.
But you'd already been robbed.
If I deserted my post, I'd be charged with dereliction of duty.
Then I'll let you get back to work.
So fucking idiots, man.
These crypts have been opened. There's no sign of forced entry. A note. Take all that you can carry.
Back in these times, they really appreciated.
Consummated our love. Soon we will be free.
And they really respected like death, like the Egyptians and everything. They really thought that was somewhat the dream. Like that's what you deserve when you, whatever you did in your life, that's what you deserved at the end times. And I think like they somewhat romanticized death in a way. Like the Egyptians, like you're buried with all your valuables and buried in a pyramid, for Christ's sake. Like these people, they really somewhat respected death and weren't so much scared of it. They just wanted to make sure they're comfortable when they die. Credits to them, I suppose. House. They are in... Oh, so is that... Oh, so there. Okay. We'll make our way back down here. Because we did this last episode, I think. But yeah, can you imagine, like,
I've heard talks
of these crypts
outside the city. And from what the guard said, the torches were heading in that direction.
I don't know whether this is just for storage, but when you hear crypt, I think people are buried here. Like, can you imagine if you... Oh, they do have, like, crypts in, America still sometimes, don't they? In cemeteries. It's not so much in Britain. But, like, the whole idea of you being put into a room and that's where you're buried. Instead of you just being put in the dirt. Well, that's still a thing. But not so much like... Well, really the primary ones are being cremated or being buried. Like there's not... Don't like exactly a mummification. We don't go that far. What if you could do that? If you really wanted that to be your way out? I wonder if you could do that. Like, you'd have to pay someone a lot of money to do that to you, but... I wonder if, like, say you wanted that to be the way you wanted to go out, or... Like a Viking burial. Like, you know, where they shoot an arrow at you on a boat. I wonder if you could have that stuff if you really, really wanted to. And I don't know, maybe not a Viking burial. Maybe you'd have to do that in a certain private area. So that'd be actually a nice way to go out. Like a well, not a nice way to go out, but somewhat epic way to go out. Instead of just being put in the dirt. Which oh, that's one of my biggest fears is like imagine if people thought you died, but you wake up and you're okay, but they're halfway through burying you. That's like some people's worst nightmare, isn't it? Being buried alive. But you think, but if that's the case, you think they'd like you enough to realise that you're dead, or try and save you, for that matter.
So, thieves, I finally catch you.
Please, we're not thieves.
Yet here you are, with stolen goods.
You don't understand. This is rightfully ours. It's our inheritance.
How can this all be yours?
It belongs to our families. By blood, it's rightfully ours.
If it's already yours, why not wait? Why steal everything now?
We wanted a new life. One where we could be free and our love doesn't have to hide in the shadows.
Who are you exactly?
They are my daughter and his son!
This is how you repay me for raising you? By running off with some woman squirted from my enemy's
Kind of like
loins?
Romeo and Juliet, isn't it?
This robbery has brought you together. Lelech, Makar, you worked together to find out what happened to your drachmi.
Actually, the guard told us.
And his family stole my money.
As yours did mine.
But think how much you could achieve working together.
You're a mistress. Carry out your duty and kill the thieves. I will pay you handsomely.
Pater, no!
I agree. I will match Makar's price on this. Do what you were hired to do.
You would kill your own son and daughter?
We have other children. Now, are you a mistress or
Are you
not?
fucking serious? I'll kill
will
you
not
instead.
slaughter innocents. Your families would stand a better chance for their future without the both of you.
Oh, he's putting up a fight. Kind of messed up, but you know, fucking that went south.
I didn't want it to come to this. But now we can forge a new future for our two families. One built on love.
And murder.
I wish you luck
Jesus
with that.
Christ. That was ridiculous. Well, they were in the wrong, absolutely, but that wasn't exactly worth it. I spent 7,000 in bloody gold. Okay, I kind of underestimated how long these quests would be. But it's an hour long, so maybe it's a nicer episode, finishing a little bit early. So I would say begin sailing, maybe what we'll do, we'll equip that mission. Where is it? One of these. Kassandra. So I know what I'm going to do when I come back next episode, whenever that'll be. Like, we'll come back to this because I do love this Let's Play and I don't want to stop it, but I just think it will be good to give some time for Halo for a bit. And it'll help Infinite when it comes out. Shall we go and do that? We ain't done that. Actually, we'll fast travel here. And we'll go and do that. I won't play more, but if we've done all the Olympic stuff, I thought, honestly, I thought there'd be, I thought there was a bit more like Olympic Games sort of stuff. I did like one fight, fist fight, and that was it. And maybe I'm getting confused with like Origins. I thought there were more to the Olympic quest line. I thought there would be running and stuff, even though the running is stupid in this game. But I thought they would have done like a triathlon or just something, horse racing. If they couldn't have had, if they couldn't have had the chariot racing, which seems to be the case of what they wanted to do, but they just didn't. I don't know. It's just there you go, boat. Let's get more collectibles. Really, it's building supplies at this point. Oh, dolphins! Huh. Finish off for a bit with a bit of swimming. Oh, can we swim with the dolphins? Or is that a whale? What's that? Is that just what was that? Oh, that's just the supplies. Oh, what the hell is that? Game, what are you doing? There we go. Some more collectibles. Pegasus, that looks cool. Whoa. Not sure whether to finish off on that island actually. Now I know I said I'd make this 2-hour episode, but I think it can be kind of weird to just do the rest of this sailing. I think it'd be kind of boring because that's one thing. At least we've had an episode of good quest line, so I don't want to just go somewhere and start something up and it'd be like really long. Because I think if I went to that that Kassandra place, or where Kefalonia place. It ain't Kefalonia. Hang on. What is it called? I can't read it from here, from the telly. Kassandra. If we go there next time, I'll feel like I want to do all the question mark hunting, and I know that's not a very big island, so there won't be too much to do, but if there's like a load of quests there, I'd rather save it for when we come back and do more Assassin's Creed, but so far for episode 50 and this series so far, I've absolutely had so much fun with it, and it's not going anywhere. Be sure of that. It's just, like I said, it'll be just for a few weeks. It'll be every so often this will come back. You'll notice there's somewhat of a routine once I've actually uploaded it. I'm going to somehow put it in my schedule thing on Twitch and YouTube. In the comments section on YouTube. I'm not sure whether it's on the app, on the mobile app, but in the desktop app, there's a community, like, and I've put a few comments in of, one of them is like my schedule, because that's the only way I can do it on YouTube, like really show it. I'll try and update that a little bit, or just let you know that Assassin's Creed won't be as often as it is. But then, once I've maybe played through, maybe when I've got through, and I'll probably do it until I've completed maybe Halo 3, maybe, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe we'll come back to this old routine. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey will be popping up regularly still, but not as often as it isn't going to be every other day all the time. There might be a stretch where it's just 4 days non-stop of Halo. I'm talking about like the series at the bottom, like my somewhat story-driven Let's Plays like Halo and Assassin's Creed. Everything else is running fine. Grounded, Assassin's Creed, Grounded, State of Decay, Fallout 76, and then all my random Let's Plays at the weekend. Maybe I'll do some Assassin's Creed at the random live stream weekends if I wanted to. But really for now, it's just on a little bit of a hiatus. It's just every so often we'll have an episode pop up. You'll somewhat see of a routine when I do upload this, like, because I ain't even started that idea yet. It'll be from when this is out on YouTube. It'll be from tomorrow, and the next 4 days it'll probably be in the morning all Halo, and then what we'll do is we'll come back to Assassin's Creed then. So maybe from now, 5 days time, I think, we'll have Assassin's Creed back. Yeah, and I think we'll do that just for a few weeks, and yeah, because we've already done 70, coming on 71 hours, which is not a surprise because we've done 50 episodes, and some of these episodes have been like 2 hours long. Well, a lot of them have been close to 2 hours long, and really it's only been recently we've been managing to do episodes shorter, because I'm finding opportunities to make them shorter. Whereas at the beginning, I feel like it's a lot of going from point A to point B, and I know that a lot of the episodes are of me question mark hunting, and maybe because of the space, it'll be a good opportunity for people to let me know whether they like me to do that. Do you like me doing this slower pace, which I personally like doing? It's the way I like to play this game. I don't like leaving things unfinished, especially when it's a game I enjoy. Even though it's stuff I don't necessarily need. But it's just come on, I've got to get a good shot for the final image. I was thinking, you know that the spear she has? Oh, Leonidas, that's her father's name, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not Leonidas, is it? Leonidas is a grandfather. I don't know. But I would totally have I wonder if you could get like a prop of that. The spear. I would totally love something like that. It's a collectible. I assume you could get that somewhere. But yeah, but so far, like, I do love this game. It's probably one of my favourite Assassin's Creed, and I know that not everyone's gonna like that opinion, but I really think this is a nice Assassin's Creed game to play. Maybe not for the story, like the other Assassin's Creed have done the story better, and the dialogue and everything like that, but for the open world aspect, and just the freedom to just go out and do, it's a bit of it's like the poor man's Skyrim. That's the way I describe it. It's just you go in and you just go and just chill out for a few hours and do what you want, and that's what I wanted to push in this Let's Play so far, is just to do what I want to do for 2 hours, and that's whether that's question mark hunting, doing quests, going around in the ship, going after fortresses, stuff like this. It's just so much variety you can do each episode in each session, but it's not exhausting for me anyway. I know that a lot of people could find this game exhausting with how it operates, of going point A, point B, do this, do that all the time, and maybe it's helped with my other Let's Plays right now, is how if I was doing this every day I might struggle, but the fact that I'm playing this every other day, or every once a week almost, like 2 sessions once a week, it's somewhat, I'm not burning myself out. Like that's with all my series. I'm not, because of how I've scheduled things and how I'm doing it, I'm not burning myself out. That's why I'm a bit cautious with how I'm going to do Halo from now on, with the idea of doing more. But I've got to just be careful I'm not going to burn myself out on Halo. So that's why it might be every other week where we just do a bulk of Halo, and then we'll come back to this rotation. So it's not like I've completely scrapped Assassin's Creed. It's going to be around, but there's just going to be a bit more Halo for a little bit, because I love this series and I want to complete it. We've done this far, we can't just stop. You know, it'd be somewhat sad, but I think if we just allow a bit of a breathing room, it means that the existing videos, it'll allow people to either catch up or enjoy what we've done so far. And what I'll do is premiere this one, so I hope everyone's enjoyed this. It's not been too exciting. We've not like fought the Minotaur or anything too crazy, or a boss. I think episode 47 was a bit crazier than this, but for episode 50 it was nice and relaxed, and a lot of quests and everything I really love about this game. We've pretty much done this episode and the last, so and these sort of episodes make me want to play more. So by the time I've had a little bit of a break from this and I come back, be sure we'll be having like 2-hour episodes, maybe longer, because that's what we were doing originally at the start of this Let's Play. The first couple of episodes, it would hours long, because I just was hooked, and I'm still hooked, but it's just I don't know whether it's because I'm predicting what's going to happen in each quest now, where I'm like, yeah, I could do this quest, it's probably not going to be too long, but or like when it comes to question mark hunting, I can somewhat say, oh, we'll do half this area today, and then I'm not able to predict each episode a bit better, I think. I like with my Let's Plays, I'm not saying, oh, I need to make these episodes an hour long or 2 hours long. Like, it'll just turn out the way they do, and as long as like they're not absolutely days long, like that's what was happening with Sea of Thieves. Like some of them episodes get ridiculously long, and that's why I think that game is better as a random Let's Play series where I'm not doing too much of it, but when it's up, it is a long episode, but it's not like I'm doing 2 of them a day or 2 of them as part of the rotation. So there's like a 6-hour video per lock session, but I think Fallout 76 and Grounded, I'm able to play with that a bit more and say, right, I'm going to do an hour and a half, and that'll be it. Kind of helps not dealing with other players as well. That's one thing with Sea of Thieves is you've got to think, oh, this person wants to play more, so I kind of got to stick around. But it's like with Sea of Thieves, it's not gone anywhere, it's still around, and that's the same with this as well. So, but yeah, be sure, keep an eye out, there'll be more Halo. But what I'll do is, when I come back to episode 51, I might premiere that one as well, just to let people know it's back. And maybe by the time next episode, I'll somewhat have a feel for whether doing a big bulk of Halo will be too much. So maybe by the time next episode's up of this, I'll have a better plan, or whether I want to stick with this or I think this will work for a while. It's not going to be for months and months, but just for a few weeks, just so that we can get a few of the Halo games done. I think just up until like Halo 3, I think would be good, because I don't think like Halo 5 isn't going to take long at all. That's like a 2-hour game. So like, come to think about that, but it's all the side games like ODST and the Spartan Ops missions for Halo 4 and the Halo Wars. They're the ones that are going to keep us around playing for a while. So yeah, but yeah, like that's the main update, and I hope everyone's enjoyed this Let's Play so far. I've had a real good time, and I'll see you all in the next one when it comes around. And yeah, be sure to check out it should be State of Decay today. And be sure to check out my State of Decay, Grounded, Fallout 76. I've got a lot going on the channel, and a lot for all different kinds of people, and I'm having a blast in all of them. And yeah, I just hope everyone enjoys, and yeah, I'll finish off here for today. So as always, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.